To steam or not to steam? That is the question. In quilting, we use the term pressing rather than ironing. And I don't like to use steam too much because I find it distorts the fabric and it stretches it, and then you're not as accurate with your work. So if you've got a piece of fabric like I've got here that's got a stubborn crease down the middle, don't be tempted to use steam. I use one of these light spray starches, and that will get the crease out, and it'll also help to stabilise the fabric before you start cutting. So you can see that I'm not really pulling the fabric, I'm just pressing the fabric. I'm not moving the iron backwards and forwards too much. And there you can see the crease is gone. When you've sewn two pieces of fabric together, as I've done here, I set my seam, and I'm still not using steam at this point. I set my seam with a dry iron, and I'm just pressing the iron on the seam. That helps to set the stitches, and it also stops you having any movement and stretch. And then I flip this over, and so that I then press towards the darker fabric, and you can see that I've got my seam nice and flat here. I just turn it over and give it another press. If you're doing crazy patchwork, as I've done here, I'm just joining pieces on and then trimming them to size afterwards, you do exactly the same. You set your seam, so you can see I'm not really pulling the iron backwards and forwards, I'm just pressing it, applying a little bit of pressure, and then I'm going to flip my seam back over, and I'm going to apply some more pressure there, hence the term pressing, not ironing. When you have your block complete, so I've got all my seams pressed flat, so I've now got a complete block, that's the time that you can use steam, because it's already all stitched together and I'm not going to distort anything. So I can give that a really good blast of steam and press that. And that's the only time that I would use steam in my patchwork. So I've now got a really nice flat block. Don't you just love it?